Îmi place să zbor, vara pe motocicletă și iarna pe schiuri. Am început să schiez de când eram copil pe frumoșii munți din Maramureș, dar și pe ulițele satului. Cu schiuri de lemn legate cu sfoară pe cizme de cauciuc, nu foarte stabile, astfel că atunci când am încălțat primii clăpari, lucrurile au părut mult mai simple. În urmă cu 5 ani am descoperit Austria și de atunci nu am lipsit în niciun an de acolo. Pistele superbe, organizarea perfectă, prețurile mai bune decât în România și răsfățul de la centrele de spa, cu piscină în care te ninge și cu saună de tot felul, m-au făcut un fan al Austriei. Am schiat mai mulți ani la Caprun și Zillertal, dar, pentru a înțelege de ce iubesc să alunec pe zăpadă, mai aproape de cer, cu aripi la picioare, trebuia să văd unde a început totul. Am avut norocul să schiez în această iarnă în Arlberg, regiunea unde s-a născut schiul alpin. Regiunea Arlberg este situată în vestul Austriei, la granița dintre landurile Tirol și Vorarlberg. Cu cele 5 localități cosmopolite și dinamice, regiunea Arlberg este considerată cea mai bună zonă de schi din lume. Între 1300 și 2811 metri, descoperi leagănul schiului alpin din Arlberg. Istoria schiului în această regiune începe în jurul anului 1901, când la Sant Christoph se deschide clubul de schi Arlberg, iar în 1925 se deschide la Lech prima școală de schi. Pârtile sunt excelent pregătite pentru toate categoriile de schiori. Pentru curajoși și experimentați, sunt kilometri întregi de pârtii pentru off-ride, pârtii panoramice de diferite dificultăți. Am început periplul prin Arlberg la Sant Anton. Am găsit aici ospitalitate tiroleză, precum și varietate internațională. Programe speciale și o gastronomie desăvârșită au răsfățat o vacanță unică. Regina Arlbergului, impozanta Valuga, te așteaptă pe cele mai înalte culmi la 2811 metri, de unde o panoramă uluitoare de 360 de grade te invită la contemplare. Oferta stațiunii include plăceri culinare rafinate și hoteluri cu un renume la nivel mondial, dar și facilități ultramoderne de relaxare, shopping și sport. După o zi minunată de schi, m-am plimbat pe străduțele stațiunii, am urcat printre statuete din povești la restaurantul aflat la Muzeul Sant Anton. Muzeul vorbește despre istoria locului, dar o mare parte din această istorie este legată de schi, pentru că Sant Anton are o tradiție turistică de peste 100 de ani. În muzeu, călătorești de-a lungul timpului, prin fotografii și filme cu primii schiori. Muzeul se autofinanțează cu ajutorul unui restaurant deschis la parter cu un meniu fabulos, servire ireproșabilă și prezentare care încântă ochiul și papilele gustative. O untură tradițională cu jumere, pleznită cu fulgi de sare, deschide seara. Cina o ia abrupt apoi la deal, unde ierburile din zonă se transformă într-o supă de fân. Iarba cosită, fiartă și turnată în pâine și ornată cu petale colorate, este servită pe un platou cu fân. A urmat apoi cea mai bună friptură de vită pe care am mâncat-o vreodată, iar un amestec de înghețată și desertul regilor, specific regiunii, totul stropit cu șnaps de alune, duc papilele gustative la orgasm.
Well, here you're now in St. Anton am Arlberg, which is part of the Arlberg region, and actually, just to say it in one sentence, the Arlberg is for skiers and snowboarders. This what is St. Andrews for the golfers and Wimbledon for tennis players around the world. You will have the chance to explore this whole area the next couple of days. The Arlberg consists of the 5 villages of St. Anton and St. Christoph in the Tyrol, Stuben, Zürs and Lech and Vorarlberg. The whole area, we have got like 94 cable cars and lifts, and the Arlberg and St. Anton is very well known as well for free ride and off-piste, and we have about 200 kilometers of off-piste runs. St. Anton and the Arlberg is, for me, it's really the number one ski area in Austria. It's as well the ski area itself, it's with a huge variation. You have got everything, let's say, from beginner slope to lots of very challenging runs and as well off-piste runs. The villages are all naturally grown over many, many years. Everything here is family owned, family run, and I think you get this feeling of Gemütlichkeit, as we call it in Austria. It's very, very special, and I think there are so many things. The après-ski is a big part of it. Skiing, of course, is one thing, the après-ski, and then the great restaurants, the hospitality of the locals. I think it's a place you have to go to, and you feel as well the internationality. St. Anton, we have got about like 50 different nations every month coming to our village. We really hope to welcome many Romanian guests here. It's not that far. I know that some of them are driving fast. Takes them about 10 hours, depending where you live in Romania, how fast you drive. I hope without any speed tickets. We are looking forward to have you here as our guests in St. Anton am Arlberg.
Cu același skipas am vizitat apoi Zürs și Lech, stațiuni exclusiviste unde multe dintre familiile regale ale Europei își petrec vacanțele. Magazinele de lux, restaurantele excepționale și hotelurile de top oferă o experiență unică. La Zürs s-a pus în funcțiune în 1937 prima instalație de cablu sub formă de T. Ultima atracție pentru iubitorii de adrenalină nelimitată este heli-schiul, pe care îl poți practica aici. Poți să te întâlnești pe pârtie sau la o degustare de vinuri franțuzești cu Tina Turner sau Vladimir Putin. Dacă nu faci afaceri cu statul, un preț de peste 8500 de euro pentru o pereche de schiuri poate va părea mare. Pârtile sunt mai line pentru schi de relaxare, après-schiul ultramodern, cu ecrane uriașe și cu imagini live din timpul petrecerilor. Chiar în zilele în care eram acolo, s-a deschis o nouă instalație de cablu, Auenfeldjet, care face conexiunea între regiunea Bregenzerwald și domeniul schi Arlberg cu peste 300 de kilometri de pârtii. Hotelul Hospice Alm ascunde un tezaur cotat la 8 milioane de euro, reprezentând cea mai mare cramă de sticle Magnum de vinuri Bordeaux din Europa. Cea mai scumpă sticlă, un Chateau Cheval Blanc în valoare de 80.000 de euro. Cea mai strictă regulă a cramei este aceea că nu se poate cumpăra vin decât pentru consum în incinta restaurantului.
Wants to drink a 12 or 15 liter bottle of Cheval Blanc, this is the only,
Has to come here.
and really the only place to do this, and we are not allowed to sell it out of the house. So if the people they buy it, they know that they have to drink it here, because otherwise, when somebody would buy it and take it with them, they could sell it again. And this is a thing Cheval Blanc don't want at all.
Let's open it. And you,
Yeah, sure. Where's the credit card?
you sell it by bottle or you sell it also by glass?
No, just the bottle.
Just by bottle.
I mean,
And
it's like when
price is
this 80,000 euros.
have a nice day.
Yeah.
Don't picture it. Don't post it.
I mean, the things. I mean,
80,000.
80,000 euros. Yeah. 80,000 euros. I mean, the single bottle.
80 de mii.
And how many are you selling per year?
Of this. This year till now, none. Last year we sold one of them. And I mean, what we sell of all the big bottles, I mean, in a year we sell about 350 big bottles. And including this 350, we sell around 100 from 12 liters and bigger. So 12, 15 and 18. Mostly, so 200, 250 we sell the double magnums, the 3 liters and the 6 liters. This is the biggest private collection or selection worldwide. There is no bigger one.
This is the biggest in the world.
In the world, yeah.
So this
In terms of Bordeaux big bottles, this is the biggest collection of private worldwide.
is it in Guinness Book? World of Book of Records?
I'm not sure.
It should be. It better be.
Should
It's a
be,
unique
yeah.
spot. Really?
Should be. And now the story, why do we have the big bottles?
Exactly.
I mean, the story is the big bottle starts back in 1846. The Russians, they started to transport the wines in big bottles, and they did it for like big meals with 300, 400 people, that they served the wine in those big bottles. And it went on and on and on and on.
Big boozers.
And with the Cold War, everything stopped. The big bottles has been all destroyed, and from that time on, no chateau did the big bottles again. Till our boss, Mr. Werner, I mean, he was reading a book from Hardy Rodenstock, where everything was described about the Russian monocrats with the big bottles and so on. And he was inspired to bring the big bottles back in life, so back to here. And he started to ask a lot of chateaus that they could fill in the big bottles, but really none of the chateaus wanted to do that. For them, was it like doing their good wine like in buckets or something like that, so everybody disagreed. It took him about 3-4 years that he got the first yes of a chateau, that they agreed to do in the big bottles. But under one conclusion, he had to get them the bottles, and he get to them the corks. The bottles was not the big thing, because bottles he could buy,
Yes.
but not the corks.
Not the corks.
He didn't find any cork producer who could produce the corks.
Why did he do that?
Because there wasn't a machine for producing those big corks. So our boss, Mr. Werner, bought a machine for producing the corks, gave it as a present to a cork producer, and for this present, he got 6 corks as a present. I mean, the conclusion was he was paying 40,000-50,000 shillings at that time for 6 corks. Not the best buy, but a very good investment for him,
Wahnsinn.
as you can see here now. When we, for example, when you have it in the evening, a group with, let's say, 20, 25, 30 people, we do the aperitif down here with Testarossa or champagne or whatever they want, and I tell the story about the cellar,
sommelier
history,
style.
etc. And yeah, and then I mean, quite often we are lucky and we sell a bottle for their dinner.
How much is the bottle? So medium, average.
Starts. I mean, now I'm
The lowest and highest.
now I start with the
That's
12
the
liters.
price?
No. That's just a register number.
Okay.
Yeah.
The big bottles, they start with, let's say, 1,500, 1,600 euros. I mean, you have to think that in a 12 liter there are 16 bottles inside. So if you divide 1,600 divided by 16, it's 100 per bottle. And for Bordeaux, 100 per bottle is not expensive.
Billig.
Billig. I mean, it starts like 1,500, 1,600 up to the 18,000.
Gondolas. It was a strange sound coming from the cave up the mountain. And everybody turned their heads, gravitating to the dark recess.
Urcatul cu telegondola, ca și cu liftul, poate fi un timp mort și plictisitor pentru turiști. Austriecii au avut însă o idee genială, transformând această urcare în spectacol. Cineastic Gondolas. În fiecare an, în Lecham Arlberg, Cineastic Gondolas aduc animații, filme, artă vizuală, instalații de sunet, reprezentații artistice, DJ și spectacole live. Stațiile telecabine Rufi Kaufbahn se transformă pentru o seară în operă de artă.
Well, Vorarlberg is a very small province actually of Austria, but that makes it very special because we have 6 holiday regions and they are not as big as in other provinces in Austria, and so most of the hotels are family run, and that's what the guests really like. And in wintertime we are of course focused on winter sports like skiing, snowboarding, etc. And in summertime it's more about hiking and biking, being outside in the nature. Here at the Arlberg region, at the Vorarlberg part in Lech Zürs, there are a lot of celebrities, yeah. They're coming every year because they really enjoy the private atmosphere here. And here they can be on their own and nobody knows that they are here. It's like the Dutch King and Queen's family, they are coming every year, but also some famous actors or some Formula 1 drivers are coming here, and they really like the laid-back atmosphere. For a tourist here, they like the alpine region, of course. They like the mountains, they like the snow in wintertime, and here the snow is actually guaranteed because it's starting beginning of November and ending end of April, and they always know there is some snow here and they can always come, and it's not always artificial snow, it's real snow combined with artificial snow. So in Vorarlberg, and especially here in Lech and Zürs, skiing has a long tradition. And here skiing was found. So it's like, yeah, as you said, the cradle of skiing. And in the beginning it was a priest in Wart, and his name was Pfarrer Müller, like the priest Müller. And he ordered some skis from Scandinavia, and he brought the skiing to the Arlberg region and to the Bregenzer Wald region. And here with the starters of skiers and the ski schools, like the first ski school was started here, everything began. And also the first lift was built here. And so afterwards tourism began, because before there was hardly any tourism here. This region is more laid back, like for example other regions in Austria. The après-skiing here we have some, but we don't have a focus on it. We focus on nature and skiing in wintertime and not partying. So it's laid back. So here, when you come here, you concentrate on the sports and on relaxing actually, and that's very special. But also the culinary aspect here is very important, because the restaurants here in Vorarlberg, most of them, they only take regional ingredients to cook, and that's loved by the tourists actually, yeah. So for us, Vorarlberger, this new connection between Lech and Wart means a lot actually, because they were trying over 40 years to do that, and it was always a problem to combine the two regions, because the street which combines the two regions is closed in wintertime, so you could never go to ski in the other region, and now it's combined. And for us it means a lot. For the tourists it's also nice, because now they have two regions to discover actually. But for some tourists it will be still the same. Like the tourists which are coming every year, they probably stay in their skiing area, like in Lech or in Wart. Most of them won't combine the two regions, but actually this means a lot for us, for the inhabitants, that it's combined. Yeah.
În Arlberg, prețurile sunt un pic mai ridicate decât în restul Austriei, dar raportul calitate-preț face toți banii, așa că, dacă ești pregătit să experimentezi, merită să te răsfeți regește, pentru că drumul spre originile schiului este o experiență de neuitat.